Jongaman's 38. I agree. Ooh, my booby deflated. Sometimes some of you guys have the greatest ideas. Got beer? Glock ice too. Who would have thought that a glass could be this much fun? Speaking of the burp rating, one to Birdman. What's going on? Haven't heard from you in a while. I know. The phone works both ways.
You're pretty when I'm drunk.
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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Guys, Thursday, and we're here to look at. Well, you're looking at it. I'm actually gonna drink it, which might be better for you than for me. Sorry, Ed, but we're gonna be looking at Pumpkinhead from Shipyard Brewing. Now, I have to start off by saying that one of the better oatmeal stouts that I have had is from Shipyard. Let's get this out of the way in case I forget. So we're doing that. But quickly, near a Calf-Ass Prepper, you were asking me about some ammo. Yep, I got some more in, and I'm actually, granted, I hope that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. We should hope that the contents are of quality. But here we go. 10 rounds of 50 BMG. This is a 647 grain full metal jacket ball from Freedom Munitions. And got a couple of these, and it's, first of all, I like the case, but this is either first time brass or it's been very well cleaned. But I don't know, the rest of you guys can cheat and look too, but this is just primarily for New York Half-Ass Prepper. But see that? Now, in comparison, and keeping in mind that this particular box of American Eagle 660 grain is a lot better than the box that I've shot so far. So now this is like not the best example. I don't know. Yeah, you can make that out. That ring where it seats in the chamber. It's like this stuff is definitely not first time. Excuse me. This is definitely not first time brass. And when I believe it's brass at the end of its life, and it chambers and cycles in the rifle, which makes me feel a little bit different chambering a 22 round in that rifle as opposed to chambering one of these down here in the man cave. Walkout basement, let me make one. So what's happening is when this fires, it expands, the brass expands just a little bit more, and it turns into a absolute bear trying to get this out of the rifle. So I'm gonna try a few different. I'm gonna try a couple rounds of this. Hopefully, maybe this weekend. I'm not gonna be able to get out on Saturday, and that's supposed to be the nice day. And the forecast doesn't sound so great for Sunday. So, but try a couple of these. But I just thought I'd show you this. This is what 135 rounds of carnage looks like. We've got incendiary rounds, tracer rounds. I'd have to talk to Mike and figure out. There's that little secret code for what each of the tips. There's armor piercing incendiary. There's the 135 rounds for the boys to use. That was 40 pounds of ammo. I don't think the UPS guy liked me much. Oh, and if you guys remember how the dedicated 22 long rifle AR looked, I swapped out the grip for the one with the red stripe instead of just the black one. I actually thought that would be the workout kind of cool, because this is a Spikes Tactical, and it has the red that's already on there. I don't know. What do you think? Little extra flare on it. I also did a little bit of a trigger job to this, and this thing's awesome. You know, this was what I would consider my primary AR, and then I shoot the 5.56 to save money. But thanks to Tardisius, a few of these 22s are going to be well fed for the shoot this year. Oh, and Fabrizio, you thought it was funny, man? So I thought I'd bring it down here and show you my butt plug. There it is, my friend. My butt plug is in place. That just slid right in there. Actually, this one is from Pierce, and if I was to, you know, critique it, Chuck would say bitch about it. Yeah, 10 millimeter, love it. This particular butt plug, what's this for amusement? Most of them actually have a little pin that pops into the hole when you stick your butt plug in, and this one just simply inserted. But I got one for this and one for the 21, which are the same frames. It's interesting. I've had this conversation, so I'm just gonna quickly recap. I know this is the alcohol channel and not the firearms channel, but you know, I do. It's kind of funny. I do a short video, and I actually get more people bitching about that than I do if I do a long one. So this might take a while. Questions that I've been asked. You know, it's like, you can't interchange those. Yeah, there's things you have to keep in mind. This particular frame is absolutely identical. It does not matter if you order the 21 or the 20, which is 45 ACP or 10 millimeter. It's the same frame. A lot of people freak out and think that they bent their, see the ejector? Looks like a lightning bolt. That's the way it's supposed to be. That is the way it is on the 45 and the 10. Now, had a couple of actually pretty good friends say, hey man, that whole deal with Lucas Tactical, the guy is just like a stand-up guy, and he's got like some of the best prices. He does. Kind of sucks when you call him up and say, hey, what kind of deal can you shoot me? And it turns out that, you know, he runs it so thin that there is no deal. It's, I mean, $20 for a mag. And yeah, I'll say it. I'll keep saying it because people doubt it. These are the OEM Glock mags. He does not sell the China mags. The man, and if it's not on his website, make sure you contact him, because he can get just about anything. So if you go over there and you're going, oh, he doesn't have any more 20 G23 mags or 10 millimeter mags. Yeah, he does. He just, sometimes he says he just gets lazy and he doesn't update his website. But something to keep in mind, and I have the guns everywhere. If I'm able to bitch, I've got this one guy that's been going back and forth, top comments over on my G33, my magnifier for the EOTech. I know, stars and bars for a second. The magnifier. He didn't understand why I would not clear the gun. Well, first of all, I'm preaching to the choir now, because this douche-marama is never going to see this. An AR cannot be placed into the safe. You cannot flip the lever to put the safety on if the gun has not been charged. So being able to see those scary bullets through the transparent panel in the mag has just been like way too much for some people. In that video, if you watch that video, yeah, the mag is in just like it is now. I've got ammo that J-Rock, Justin, gave me, the Hornady Max, these guys. You know, this just helps me to kill people easier, I guess. I don't know. I keep those in it. But I am not a fan of keeping my ARs loaded. I don't like to keep the springs and stuff under tension. So if I have an AR out or laying in the bedroom or whatever, I'm going to have to charge it, which just that noise will probably make someone shit themselves. What were we talking about? Oh, But yeah, he went on and on about how I'm not representing the gun community right by not clearing the weapon. Well, the gun was never loaded, so blow me. Second, for the most part, everything I have is usually always loaded. If it's in the safe or scattered throughout the house. Otherwise, they're paperweights. I'm sorry. I don't care if you think that I'm not safe. The whole motto since the day I started the Ebomi channel is the gun is loaded and I feel safe. I don't have paperweights. Everything is loaded. I carry with one in the chamber. I know that whole... a bunch of us have talked about that. And actually, if you just recently started carrying, the evolution of you carrying probably will change. Sometimes it doesn't. For instance, Pete. You know, this is how Pete carries. So if something bad happens, that's what he has to do. I don't believe in that. I want to be more ready than the time it takes to do that. Maybe you won't get the opportunity to do that. In a video I had as a video response to a channel that I won't mention because he turned out to be not the person that I thought he was, and doesn't know how to treat women. But that's a different story. We'll get into that. I put out there, you know, in my video I'm actually sitting in my truck and the window's open and someone sneaks up alongside your vehicle and grabs your arm and yanks it out the window. You can draw the gun, but now what? You just gonna hit them with it because you've got a paperweight. You now have nothing at all. See, I don't believe in that. I have to admit that my primary carry for a long time was an XD, and it was just like, you know, could these by accidentally go off? But now, always condition 1. I don't have my 23 down here. My 10 is doing house duty. I'm in my jammies. Yep. And under my jammies, I am completely naked. I don't have my 23 down here, which is, God, if you could roll back the clock, Gumby gun, black bricks, shit. I hated Glocks. And then New York half-ass prepper got me to get that 27, and now I love that little gun. I mean, that thing is... The funny thing is there's more in aftermarket stuff on that gun than it cost you to get the gun. I don't have it down here to show you, but that's something to keep in mind, because you can go get a frame and run the 19 or the 23 slide on it, and it will run okay. You'll probably have sporadic ejections. Just run with that one, because and what you need to do is decide, like, if this is going to be a carry gun, my recommendation is you make sure that it is frame correct for the scenario that you are running. Again, it always comes down to one item, and that's that guy right there, the ejector. A couple bucks for that, and a few seconds to trade them out. But as you can see, that one, it has a opposite of Clinton. It's kind of going to the right, not to the left. That is completely straight in the 40 cal. In the 9mm, it's over just a little bit. Again, I can swap my slides. Again, more material. I could swap them over so that they're running on the opposites, and the gun is still going to run. As a matter of fact, the first time I shot 9mm out of my 27, first of all, I never had an ejection problem. That's right. I have never had an ejection problem ever. And I also use some 40 cal mags to run 9mm. So if you're thinking about doing that, and this is going to be a carry gun, a self-defense gun, my recommendation is make sure that the ejector is right for the slide that you have. In this case, this one is a complete gun, and it is. And Fabrizio, we got a butt plug in this one too. This is one of the ones that's got the pin that I was telling you about that pops out into that hole. Yep. Yeah, it's like that. Never know when you might need it. Okay. Ha! Broke the record. Okay, let's do some beer. In case you forgot, because it was like 18 minutes ago, we're looking at Pumpkinhead from Shipyard. And those old Robert Conrad commercials. Go ahead, knock it off. I dare you. Let's see. My good buddy Jim. Yeah, and we were worried. Jim's been through some work-related problems, like everybody, but he booked his airline. He's committed. I'm gonna grab that pony. Is this still on? Oh shit! Ignore that last like 8 seconds. Made that one. She's running hot tonight. William? Yeah, where were you the other night? Hey, if you get in on a Google chat, make sure you invite me. I invited you. Ooh, good thing we got the titty bar open. This one's got a little energy behind it. Okay, it's got kind of a honey amber color, like Pilsner Plus. As you can see, we've got 2 fingers and we got 2 titties ahead. Kind of smells like a combination of Pilsner and candy pumpkin, sort of an artificial pumpkin. Now, I have not had one of these. Ed sent me just one, but he sent some long text explaining different things that I could add to this. Like, I don't remember if it was brown sugar or whatever the hell you said that might help it. See, now those are all bad signs. We don't need to add shit to our beer to possibly make it better. If they couldn't figure that out when they put the beer in the glass, it's not our responsibility to try to help. Just saying. Now, pumpkin, I'm pretty particular about my pumpkin. I like fresh pumpkin pie maybe twice a year, you know, holiday kind of shit. Other than that, now pumpkin seeds, oof, this last Halloween, it was like the mother load. If I should have actually cooked them in 2 batches. There was so many damn seeds, but that's the shit right there, is pumpkin seeds. But then again, seeds are kind of like my crack cocaine. Ask my buddy Greg, who I've been working with. I've been buying the, I know it's going to sound weird, but I've been getting the bacon sunflower seeds. Yeah, if you try those, there will be no crackhead that will have anything on you when it comes to it. Like tomorrow, like I had them at the site today, and the plumber's assistant, Greg, and me were all in the bag, and I'm just like, tomorrow morning I'll be like, I gotta get some more. Okay, where were we? Sorry. Smell, not so good. Kind of artificial pumpkin. Okay. Cheers. Thank you, Ed. USA of F. What's the F for? We'll discuss that after we drink this. And it tastes exactly as it smells. And I figured out what that smell that you're getting other than the pumpkin, it smells like a freaking candy cane. You know, the mint can. It's like a candy cane and pumpkin mixed together. Speaking of Jim, Hornet Fixer, right now he's the one that holds the record for the shittiest beer I've ever had. And I don't want to take that away from him just because Jim is a really good friend and I want him to keep the honors of the sending the shittiest beer that I've ever had. I mean, just complete butt wash. As a matter of fact, I might go back and watch that video, and then when Jim, you know, it's like, Jim, my buddy, fucking beer sucked. Well, in order to get a 0, that means I never finished it. It's not quite that bad. It's not like Mama Pizza or Mamma Mia pizza beer, or God, I even hate to always bring this up, Bell's. How in that, I guess it's just your own personal thing, but Bell's Brewery, perhaps one of the best in the microbrews that that I have and can get. And then they've got their that stuff that Evil Neil sent me. Hi. What are we talking about? The heck? Wow. Okay. Forget about it. Let's just start over. That is a complete fail. I'm sorry, I apologize. Knowing that you've had to deal with just me for the last 20-something minutes. Squirrel. Okay, back to this. This is thankfully, you get that minty kind of candy cane mixed with little bit of an artificial-ish, that pretty much describes it all, artificial-ish pumpkin. Thankfully, all of that is fairly light. You know, it's not like overwhelming. Did I mention they make one of the better oatmeal stouts I've ever had? Now, Ed, did you like put the tape on the box before or after you tried this? Because if you had one of these and then put this in the box, then you did a New York Half-Ass Prepper and you were just getting rid of beer that you knew that you wouldn't even put your friends through. Wait a second. I'm one of his friends, and if it's shit, he sends it to me so that he can get it out of his refrigerator. Well, obviously he just has too much beer and he's just making space. Oh. Okay. As a shocker to everybody, we're gonna review. Where does Shipyard Pumpkinhead fall on the E scale? I finished it, so it gets a 1. What should we look at next? Good question. Glad I asked. You know, I like it when you guys interact. Anybody that made it this far? Well, gonna leave it up to you. Your vote is what we see tomorrow. So, and I still got, I think, 2 days worth to catch up. But obviously, I've been reading the comments. I just don't stop leaving funny ass comments. I do read them. And I apologize. I've just got, like, for instance, tomorrow's Friday. Last Friday is when the ATI giveaway ended, and somebody is getting this, and I still don't know. I absolutely despise using random.org, but at this moment in time, I actually was trying to figure out some creative way for you guys to actually pick the winner, but you'd have to go through, I think it's 100 entries, and then if most of you'd probably just pick yourself, or trying to think of who follows this that actually wanted the thing, most of you, or just pick a random number, you know. Pick, I think it was 99, or it might have been 100. Pick a number between here and here, and then that's who it's going to go to. I'd like to say I really don't care, but I do care, because the grips are awesome. I mean, I would not keep it on my AR if I didn't like it, and then I wouldn't duplicate that and put it over there. But I kind of like the fact that you know, for the most part, the controls are identical on my 2 ARs. Same grip, ATI, same safety selector, Battle Arms Development. If you're not using a Battle Arms Development safety selector in your gun, you've made the wrong choice. And trust me, as of right now, I think I've tried 8 or 9 different selector switches, and nothing comes close to Battle Arms Development. So I like it. I like when you guys you're interactive, and I'll try to catch up on comments. I'm sorry, but here's the two choices. We have the Red Sea. Fill in the blanks on what the sea means. After dealing with my ex-wife, I can tell you what the sea means. Sea means God has spoken, and you fell down in your backyard and hurt yourself. Sorry, side story. Might talk about that at a later date. I've got a bottle. I just don't want to give away how expensive this was. The Red Sea, a red IPA. New York Half-Ass Prepper sent me this. Obviously, at one point or another, we're going to review it, but as a rule of thumb, the one that you guys pick is what I'll review tomorrow, and the other one sometimes goes a long time. It's just not going to be the next thing we look at. What do you want to know about this? Wow, they got Facebook and Twitter. Twitter's shit. 6.7%. It is 34 IBUs. So, considering I've had something that was 1,000, this is kind of amateur league for that. New York Half-Ass Prepper sent me this. It's either really good, really bad, unpronounceable, or from New York. And this one's from New York. So, do you want the Red Sea? Or would you like to look at Lagunitas Nighttime Ale? Now, this is something that one of my subscribers, Ibomi, sent me this. He's kind of an asshole, but every now and then he sends some pretty good beer. This one is 8.2%, and this is a limited release, and it is a dark ale. They also have another version of this, the lighter version. They're both big ass bottles, so that's pretty much a wash. So how can I make this easier? You could just put C, I'll get it, or nighttime. Which one do you want? You guys will be deciding which one we look at tomorrow. And I'm thinking there probably will be a tomorrow. Okay. Oh yeah. So see, for everybody that was upset that it was like a really short video, and then ripping on me, especially Bayou Chili Head. I already responded back to his comment. Putting jalapenos on a McDonald's hamburger doesn't qualify as making hamburgers. Funny shit, because they have not too long ago came out with their Clubhouse burger, which is bacon, like is that a bagel roll or whatever. It's actually a really good hamburger if you've ever had one. I bought one and gave it to my buddy Greg, and he's just like, this isn't from McDonald's. I'm like, yeah, it is. And he was just like, no. I mean, it's that good. And the other day, yesterday actually, I had them add jalapenos to that, and then he made a comment about it, and I was just like going, he doesn't live anywhere near me. How in the hell did he know I added jalapenos to McDonald's hamburger? And then both him and Chuck made comments about making a pizza DiGiorno doesn't count. Fine. You want full disclosure? This particular one was not homemade from I made the dough and all that. And yes, I have plenty of experience at that. I actually ran a Domino's pizza for 10 years. I can slap it out with the best of them. And then of course putting pepperonis on is, you know, similar to working at the blackjack table in Vegas. But yesterday, that was a Schwan pizza that was spruced up a little with some extra cheese, some extra items. But when I said I was making it, I was responsible for pulling it out of the fucking oven, okay? If I didn't do it, it was gonna burn. So that's what the time thing was. So back off of my shit, okay? Sorry it blew up right there. Can we still be friends? If Jeff was here, maybe we could have some makeup sex. Okay, on that scary... Exactly what does that look? Voila, hey, what do you think of the American flag? Heck yeah. Full salute. Okay, made up for yesterday's short one. Let me know which one of the two of these we will be looking at. And to make sure that it is covered, they are both going into the beer crisper. Otherwise, thank you, Ed, for sending this shitty version of pumpkin ale. Okay. We will... We will see you tomorrow. You guys have a safe Friday until we meet again.